Hello, awesome recruiter folks. I hope you guys had a really good weekend. I'm here again with a new feature update, changing the way we screen candidates. First of all, when you log into round one now, you won't see screenings anymore. All you will see is agents because we've converted screenings, which were quite, it was still a lot of automated screening, but still it was a lot of manual tasks for you to work on. Now we're introducing a lot of agentic frameworks, and there's a lot more exciting things to come. This is one of the first one in lines. So instead of just screenings, you're going to see agents on your screens when you log in. Until recently, screening on round one worked like this. Our AI read every CV, gave each candidate a rating and a summary, and you could automate inviting the top matches to a voice interview or a voice screening. It worked, but the CV screen and the voice screening were judged against the same single set of criteria. Some of our customers who were giving us the feedback constantly, and one thing that kept coming up was that a CV can tell you someone has 5 years of experience. You don't need to have a call for that, but it can't tell you how they communicate on a CV, how they actually handled any project that they've listed. Different questions need different evidence. That was the unlock. So we rebuilt the whole thing as a true screening agent with two independent lanes. One agent lane that reads and scores CV, and the one that runs live voice screenings, each with its own criteria. So let me show you how it works. Let me pick a role. So I'm going to start with create agent. And if you're integrated with an ATS, you will start seeing all of your ATS roles here. So I pick this role, customer success specialist, and as soon as I click on this and go to the next screen, it's going to read the job description from the ATS and draft my screening requirements on its own. I'm reviewing its work, not starting from scratch. Every requirement now has two lanes: what the agent verifies on a CV and what it probes on a voice conversation. Hard facts, years of experience, certifications, tools, right? These are all can be easily screened on a CV. For example, here is for this role, interest in evaluating AI business content. This is not something you can screen on a CV. So this is recommending to screen on a voice conversation. And 5 years of experience is, you can do a CV screening, but then it's also suggesting you do a voice probing for that. It is marked as a knockout question again as well, right? Whether they're fluent in English, spoken English, this is something you can only check on a. So the human stuff, communication, judgment, how they really ran any particular project, it digs onto life. So one tap decides which lane each requirement belongs to, or both. And if you want the call to verify what the CV claims, I tell it what's nice to have, what's critical, and what's a must have. So in this case, this is a very high scoring requirement. For example, the strong written English for this role has to be a really high. I can again scroll through it, so I can make it a knockout. Can make it the scoring happens based on this weightage point. Right, so it's screening by my playbook, not a generic one. I give this screening agent a voice and a name and review the full setup on the last page. Go to that. You name your agent, choose a voice for this agent. Another interesting thing I've been talking about for a while, clone your own voice. Try this out, guys. It's amazing. It will blow your mind. So it's a screening funnel. There is a CV screen that happens, which is totally free, by the way. Then the passing candidates go to a voice screening, and then after voice screening you get your ranked shortlist. These are the two different criteria. And here is the interesting thing. So if you don't want the voice agent, right, you can just go ahead with the CV screening agent and you will never have to pay for that. Just go ahead and start using it right now. It's amazing. And if you want both at the same time, right, so whoever passes the CV also goes ahead to the voice agent automatically. Choose this one. For that you will need a subscription, or you can start a trial for now. And here is your auto advanced to voice criteria. Play. This is where most of the agents screen, right? So let's say you're receiving 3, 4, 500 applications. You might want to strengthen this. Let's say just go 85 plus should be invited to voice screen. And if you're working on a role that hardly gets, let's say, a couple of hundred applications, you can start with maybe, it will take a few seconds and create an agent. And now watch it work. So now it's going to sync all of your candidates. These are all the 20 candidates from your ATS that we had right here. All of them are now flowing into round one. Excellent. So as you can see, it has started screening all of these candidates. It is based on the signals or the evidence that it finds on the CV. It is now ranking them, and the top candidates on the top. Here it's already giving you 6 very good fit, 3 not a fit. Here is, you can quickly reject the candidate that it is recommended. Here is what's happening. So these are all still being screened, right? So you can have hundreds of candidates, and even after you started this agent, if someone applies to your role, they will immediately be brought into round one and screened. You don't need to change your ATS. Just put round one on top of it. You find this candidate to be really good, you can go ahead and change from the ATS stage right from here, from inbox to, let's say, interview, right? I hope you like this new UI and the new agentic workflow. There's a lot more to come, as I said. Give it a try, RoundOne AI, and please drop your feedback in the comments below.